Hey everybody, today I'm in Hudsonville, Michigan at DGI Propagators. This is one of my favorite trial gardens because they do it right here in their parking lot and they have so many different varieties. They do kind of monopots so we get to see the individual varieties, a lot of new varieties. They also do a ton of baskets and containers. It's a really great opportunity for me to see a lot of these plants in action. So I'm going to start over here, probably with the CALIBRACHOAs because they're right here in front of me. So this one here is the MiniFamous Uno Funtopia Blue. And you can see it's a double with two colors in there. So it has that purple and that white, really incredible. This is the MiniFamous Neo Red Shuffle. This is a new one as well. And let's see, what other ones do I want to show you? This is the Funtopia Pink. So it's the sister to the purple one that we saw over there. One of my favorites has been the CALIBRACHOA, the Caliloco Frankenberry. So this takes me back to my childhood, to that Frankenberry cereal, but also it's a beautiful CALIBRACHOA. Look at the size of the flower. And then we have the MiniFamous Uno Starfruit. So looks really nice there. This is the Caliloco Starfire Blue, and the Caliloco is a new series this year, has a lot of the unusual kind of colors and patterns, kind of like the crazy Petunias would. Let's see, look at this beautiful red double. This is the MiniFamous Neo Red. This is new for this year as well. Really great, intense, kind of a crimsony dark red color. And then this is the MiniFamous Uno Double Orange. And if you're looking for big flowers and big plant, this is the CALIBRACHOA Eyecatcher White. So nice eye on that one. The Eyecatcher series are known for these really interesting eyes on them. So this is Eyecatcher Pink. Let's see, what other ones can I show you? Eyecatcher Sunspot. So more of a yellow with that red center. And then here's a purple one here. This is the Eyecatcher Purple. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? Let's pop over here. This is the Caliloco Starfire Orange. So take a look at that. And then Caliloco Mirage, of all the Calilocos, this is the one with just an incredible flower on it. It's really large as far as the bloom goes, and the color is really, really quite nice. I think now I'll move into petunias. So I do want to show you the SuperCal Shocking Pink, a little bit different kind of pink color for us. So it's nice to see. This one, I would have never thought that it would have gotten my attention the way it has. It's the Dekko Maxx Pink Petunia, and it looks very similar in color to the SuperTunia Bubblegum Vista, but this one has a little smaller flower, but look at the size of that bloom, just incredible. And then this is a new SuperCal Premium Pink Mist, very, very pale pink kind of shading on that one, and then the SuperCal Premium Rose Star. And I have always been a fan of the SuperCals. Some of these new ones are really quite interesting. I'm still on the fence on the Glamouflage Pink Lemonade. It has that variegated leaf, very lime looking, always to me looks like it needs iron. And then this is the Glamouflage Grape. So some people absolutely love this one, other people don't really care for it that much. So it's a love or hate one. What do you think? Here's a plant that's new to me. It's a Salvia Tanami. So I've never seen this kind before. Really interesting flower, beautiful coverage, beautiful growth habit on it. I was talking to them here. They says easy plant to grow, and it's been blooming all season. So that's the white. This is the blue. The pink is probably the most true pink of the colors that I see here. Meanwhile, there's a purple, and that's going to have pink with a purple cast to it, a little more magenta maybe. And then the salmon is more of a hot pink than maybe some of the other salmon plants I've seen. And then beautiful red color. And this is going to be more of that, I'm going to say kind of a cherry red going for it. Also in Salvia is this Grandstand salmon. Beautiful color, and I love how the calyx has that nice light pink, peachy color, and then the flower is a little darker, very nice kind of peach salmon color going on there. This one here is the Grandstand red pink, so you can see again colorful calyx with really interesting flowers. This one, I love the stripes on it. So this is strawberry bicolor, and you can see the bees are flying all over this thing. And then they do have some of the more traditional ones kind of through there. All these I've seen before. Now I'm going to move on to dahlias, because look at this Karma series. This is the Dahlia Karma Cabernet. That is a really beautiful color, especially now that the sun has come out. These dahlias are really brightening up. This one is the Karma Corona Yellow Bronze Bicolor. Sorry, I'm in the got sunlight issues here. Mahogany red is a nice color. And then Caroline, I really like how this one is looking. And over here is the Sangria pink yellow bicolor. And holy cow, take a look at this Karma Blue Lagoon. This flower is amazing, and the amount of blooms on it is incredible. Now, they did say they have a lot of plants in here. There's like 5 plants. He said, we are not gonna go with that many plants this year. That's way too many for this pot. Look at this beautiful one here. I gotta look at the color. It is the Scarlet. So Amora Bright Scarlet. And then this one over here is the Corona Pink. And here we have the Miss Mandy. So this is a standalone variety. Look at the size of the flower and how beautiful the color is. Absolutely stunning. We've got a couple other varieties here, but I want to talk about these Gerber daisies because after my experience with my Gerber daisies from QVC, I'm thinking we need to carry a couple. This is the Joy Berra Red. Look at this one here. This is the orange. Over here is pink. I'm a little confused. This one is called white, so it's got some other colors in there as well. And this one is the coral. Really nice color on that one. I love the gold yellow. This is a really fantastic one. And then they have regular yellow as well. Here in the geraniums, I'm going to take a moment just to stop by the Caldera Hot Pink because look at the beautiful coverage on this. I think on camera this might look a little more red, but it is truly a hot pink, almost like a more intense pink than what we normally see. It really stands out from a distance. This is the Calliope Dark Salmon over here, but I want to show you this one here because this is the Geranium Glory Days red-orange bicolor. Look at the striping in there. That is an incredible looking flower. It's very interesting, definitely gets your attention, has a real velvety effect. And this is the Glory Days pink bicolor. I wouldn't say this one is as intense or as interesting as that red-orange. And then we have a lot of the Calliopes in here, so you can see how big these Calliopes get. But one thing that has been popular lately is mixing colors of geraniums. That's something that people would have never done a couple of years ago. But here we have different colors of geraniums tucked into the pots, and they look great. I really like this Calliope Violet with the white. Really nice combination, stands out beautifully. Probably one of the most talked about new varieties this season is the Sunfinity Double Yellow Sunflower. Look at how incredible the flower is on this, and nice size on it, beautiful flower coverage. And another interesting thing is this outer rim of petals does fall off and you're left with a beautiful center as well. So it holds up really a long time. So you get blooms for quite a while that still look good. Now you might want to do a little deadheading once these are spent, but that's a pretty good feature on that. And then, let's see, this is the Hot Pot Purple. So this is from the same people who brought us the Lobelia Hot Plus. And so you can see it's a more compact variety. And then there is a Biden's I want to talk to you about. Where did that one go? It's right here. This is the Biden's Spicy Electric White. Look at the color on this. It just kind of glows with that center being that lighter yellow. And it's a really bright lemon yellow with that white edge on it. I have to admit the annual sedums have gotten my attention. So this is a compact variety called Green Citrine. And so that one, look at the coverage, how it just kind of covers the pot there. This one here is Flora Sun, so a little bigger, gets a little bit of a yellow flower as well, but you don't really even need the flower because that bicolor leaf is absolutely gorgeous. Then this one is called Blue Surge. So a little bit like the lemon coral sedum as far as its kind of structure, but not that lime color, a little bit more of that blue tint to it. This one is Flora Luna. Look at the beautiful pink flower on it and that bicolor leaf. The leaves have a little bit of white and pink in there. So that's a really beautiful one. That one I'm very interested in. And this one is called Bright Gold. So I'm guessing it gets a yellow flower. Right now it doesn't have the bloom, but doesn't need it. It's got that nice green color. This is Bright White. So take a look at those white flowers in there. Again, don't even need the flowers for this to put on a show. And then back to the compact varieties. This one is Little Glow, and it really is glowing in that pot. And then Ocean Reef has a little bit more of a traditional green color. Gotta admit, this is a really nice shady area, perfect showcase for some of these plants. So we have some of the nonstop begonias right over here. And one thing interesting about the Peaches and Dreams, you can get anything from a yellow to a pink to a peachy color on this one. Kind of varies a lot. And then we'll keep going through here. Right over here is the Viking white on green. So that's a really large variety of wax begonia. Their hula begonias are looking fantastic. Take a look at the size of those. Again, we're back to non-stops over here. Lots of colors in there. And then over here, more non-stops, but there's a new series out. And so this is the Begonia. This is Poppy Peach. I absolutely love the color of the flower on this one. This one here is their Rouge Noir. It has that dark leaf, bright red, and then this is the Poppy Orange. So I was told this one might be a little hard to get next year. So watch out if you see a Poppy Orange out there. Make sure you have the Begonia series. You're going to want to grab it. I'll be honest, when it comes to sweet potato vine, I feel like I've seen it all, but then I come across things like the Sweet Georgia Pulse Black, and this is a really beautiful leaf on it. Seems to be a little bit more upright. Really fantastic. And holy smokes, look at that moth. It is absolutely huge. Can you see it? So dianthus are all over the place this year, and this variety is called Capitan Pink Eye. Wow, that is more than a pink eye. That is like a burgundy eye on that one. And then this is Capitan Magnifica. So beautiful gradient and nice rim on that one. And take a look at this. This is a really interesting flower on this one. It is the Capitan Purple White. And over here is the Capitan Purple Frost. These are stunning. Ivies might not be showy, but they sure are workhorses. Take a look at this German ivy. This is the classic green. And then we've got some other ivies, like this is a teardrop. You can see beautiful waxy leaf on this one with that more pointed end to it. This one here is the Glacier. So you can see it has a white rim on it, a little bit more of a bicolor, whereas this one here is Pittsburgh. So this has the similar leaf shape, but is more solid green. Another German ivy, but this is the variegated version of it. So you can see, look at how it's just taken off and growing like crazy. And then this is White Ripple, so similar to the other one there, but this one has a little bit different leaf shape. And then over here, I do like this one. This is the Lucy, and you can, it has that splash effect on the leaf. Really beautiful one. And then Golden Ignet has a more of a yellow and green cast to it. And then Needlepoint is always a popular one because it does have that very pointy leaf on it. So this was our first year with the Gardenmeister, and we absolutely love the color and how big it gets. Here's a cousin to it called the Firecracker, and it has a little lighter flower and a little different leaf, little variegation going on in there. Very interesting. These towers of Thunbergia or black-eyed Susan vine are absolutely gorgeous, but the thing I really want to show you is right here. This is the Lophospermum. So this is the Lophos white. Beautiful trumpet flowers on it. You can see this plant loves to climb, loves to trail, loves all that. And then this is the Lophospermum or Lophos wine red as well. Beautiful color on that one. Another Thunbergia here. And take a look at these Mandevilla. These things are taking off like crazy. These containers are a great way to showcase some of the plants. So we have some nonstop begonias in here, but then this is a Lismachia, the Midnight Sun. Look at how dark the leaf is. It does get a yellow flower on it as well. So a little interesting addition. And then this is the Belconia Show Begonia. Really nice white flower on that one. Lots of beautiful plants over here. Wow. I really like the addition of the Scaevola in with this nonstop Sunset Begonia. I think Sunset might be new this year. It's very similar to the Fire, only it seems to have a little bit more of a red on it. And then this is the Coleus. This is a Kong Green Halo. I'm a fan of this shade container. It has the Belconia Trailing Mango, so that sometimes has a double flower. Other times you'll see it with the single. That's pretty common with the double begonias. And it's here with the Terenia Summer Wave. This is the Trailing Violet. Has some Secretia as well. And let's see, oh, there's something else. Oh, there's some Vinca in there as well. And then on this side, I love the addition of this fern. So we've got the Nonstop Salmon Begonia. So that's Nonstop Salmon there. With this fern, it's just a Boston fern tucked in with some pistachio white Tradescantia. And then they just have it tucked in with the Harmony Snow New Guinea Impatient. So here's a combo with some Bidens and a red petunia. And it looks like there's a little bit of lobelia in there. Looks like that has kind of taken a back seat right now at this time of year, but the other ones are putting on quite a show. This Lascar Vampire Verbena looks absolutely fantastic with the Great Falls Niagara Coleus. This is a really nice, tidy, bright basket. Here we get to see another sweet potato vine. This is the Sweet Georgia Bronze, along with one of the Surfinias, the Summer Double White. And then this is a Senecio Angel Wings, or Angel Wings Senecio. And this is a Sun Patient, the Vigorous Tropical Orange. So I like sometimes that they don't try to make these into like matchy-match containers. They're giving us the opportunity to see a lot of different plants in different containers. This is really nice. This is the Dekko Rose Vein. That's a beautiful petunia. And this is a Set Crecia, the Purple Queen. And they've got it with a Hypo Estes Lottie Dottie White. Every time I see a San Vitalia, I smile. This is that creeping zinnia, and they have it here with a Caliloco Razzle Dazzle Calibrachoa. That's really beautiful. And then that's the Itsy Magenta Petunia. I've grown that one before and loved it. And then they have it with, oh, there's a bee in love with some of the Euphorbia. That's the Stardust Super Flash. And then the Lantana is Bandana Pink. And wow, look at this combination. That's a beautiful purple one. This is an Angelonia called Serafina Blue. They've got it with a Petunia, Crazy Tunia Cosmic Violet. This is the Lanai Lavender Star Verbena. And then we also, oh, this is a Helichrysum. This is a Petite Licorice in there. Yep, still smiling when I see this San Vitalia. They've got it with a Blackie sweet potato vine. And then this is this Tea Magenta Vein Petunia in there. Now this is bright, the Bogonia Poppy Orange, intense color on it. Then that's the Eyecatcher Orange Calibrachoa in there. There's some Portulaca, but the sun's not on it yet, so we don't get to see the color. Oh, and that looks like that's the MiniFamous Funtopia. And then up here at the top, we have some of that Salvia, the Tanami White. Look at the beautiful flowers on that. So there's a crazy amount of containers here, so I'm not going to go through each one. But again, we have that San Vitalia. That is a Sunvi Super Gold, the Coleus, the Main Street Ruby Road. This is one that's been a little bit inconsistent. So this is very small compared to some of the other times I've seen it. I've seen it be more pink sometimes, so that one kind of has been variable. And then this is a Verbena. This is the Lanai Magenta. The Petunia in here is the Capella Magenta Diamond. So really nice flower on that one. And then if you like kind of more mono or more kind of organic colors, this is really nice. So this is the Talverna Moondust Calibrachoa, along with a Sweet Georgia Bronze sweet potato vine. And then look at the bright pinks in this one. So this is a Coleus Kong Rose. This is a PETCHOA, and it's going to be SuperCal Premium Purple Dawn. Have it with a Lanai Magenta Verbena. Looking really good. A very prominent container with plants that I don't normally work with. So this is a Lobularia called Stream Raspberry. And then we have a Didelta. This is the Fancy Filler Silver Strand in there. That adds a little different structure and texture into that. The Terrenia is the Deep Rose. And then the Petunia is going to be the Capella Pink Morn, I think. Yeah, Pink Morn. And I love how it has that yellow center, goes to a lighter white pink, and then that nice bright hot pink exterior. So I have to admit, I arrived here today not thinking that the world needed another light pink petunia, because this is very similar in color to the Supertunia Vista Bubblegum. But boy, this Dekko Maxx pink is very impressive. The Lanai Deep Pink Verbena looks great in there. The Kong Salmon Pink looks fantastic. We even have some Bacopa, that's the Betty White, tucked in there as well. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I'm really hoping that there's plants in here that have inspired you for next season. Do mention those down in the comments. And this is also the time that you're going to want to go to your local greenhouse or nursery. If there's a plant that you absolutely really want, talk to them now, because they're getting their orders in now. If you wait till spring, it's going to be too late. They're not going to be able to get these varieties. So if there's something that really caught your eye, go ahead and give them a call and or send them an email and let them know that you're interested in certain varieties, because that may influence their decision on what they buy.